Mama?
Hi everybody, this is Emily for Help Me Mama. Today I'm talking about my third birth story, which is Melly. But first, I have an update. Baby Luke is here. He was born on the 25th and he's so cute. I will post some pictures to my Facebook Help Me Mama page so you guys can see him. And I love him. He's sleeping right over here. I'll get him in one of my next videos next time it's convenient. So without further ado, I wanted to do Melly's birth story first, because if I went straight to Luke, then we would skip her. We can't skip my Melly. Melly was born around Christmas time. She's 1.5 years old. And when I was pregnant with Melly, my sister was getting married. So that was such a great season, because I was pregnant. Actually 4 of my sisters were pregnant at the same time. It was the first time any of my sisters were having babies. It was very exciting. And so one of my sisters had her baby around Thanksgiving, and then my next sister, the only one who was not pregnant, was getting married. And so I was due January 7th, and her wedding was in the middle of December. Now, all through that season, one of the things that made that season so great was we did craft day. We knew she was going to have a Christmas wedding, and we made all these Christmas decorations for the wedding. And then the week of her wedding was like a work week for us, because we do, except for making the food, we kind of do a lot of the grunt work for each other's weddings. So the day before she got married, I was on my feet, 8.5 months pregnant, for like 12 hours straight. I don't think I sat down all day. And we were doing the flowers, we were doing the decorations, setting up the room, putting tablecloths on, all that stuff, setting up chairs, decorating the chairs, putting lights in a Christmas tree, all this stuff. So, and then she got married, and that was like kind of another work day, but also a fun day, just so exciting. And so then they were on their honeymoon. We kind of had a week to relax, and Melly came 2.5 weeks early, just like Rai. And again, I think it was the same deal. Like, I had this big event, something big happened, there was a lot of work to be done, and then my body got just enough rest. And so I went into labor the day my sister got back from her honeymoon, which was perfect because she came straight to my house, and she and her husband actually stayed over at my house and just slept here. I knew I was in labor at like noon. It started that day. I didn't have very many of the Braxton Hicks that time, so when I started having contractions, it was pretty easy to tell, like, okay, I'm in labor. So very easy labor from like 12 noon pretty much until midnight. It didn't really get hard until very late at night. So my sister, who had just gotten married, was here. My sister, who was my neighbor, is here. I think a couple of people were in and out, and we basically had a Christmas party. It was December 23rd at that point, or December 22nd, because she was born in the morning. And we watched tons of Christmas movies, had hot cocoa, sang Christmas carols. We just hung out. It wasn't like a big party. It was just sort of a chill out party, because we were all still pooped, I think. The boys were singing Christmas carols. It was just a lovely, cozy afternoon. And so I said, by the time they had gotten to our house, I really knew I was in labor. I was having all of the contractions with Melly stayed toward the bottom of my belly, whereas with Owen and Rai, it was hard and fast. But with Owen, the contractions got all over my belly for almost all of the labor. But with Melly, it was really low the whole time, so the pain was very manageable. And they really only encompassed my entire stomach, and I didn't have back labor. They only surged around my entire belly when it was really hard at the end. So my sister went home, my other sister went upstairs, they slept in our room. Ivan and I slept down here on the couch. Well, he slept. I was going through labor, so when everybody went to bed at 11, it was starting to get hard. And so around 12 or 1, I probably hopped just in the bathtub, like a sitz bath, just to try to relax. And but then I started having really hard contractions in the bathtub, and I thought, oh man, I gotta get out of here, otherwise I'm gonna be stuck in this bathtub. And so I got out and sat down, and I had a contraction that was 2 minutes long. The pain of it, not like the whole thing, you know. The pain was 2 minutes long, and I thought, oh my God, my goodness gracious, we're not gonna make it to the hospital on time. I was like, Ivan, wake up, we gotta go right now. So he went up and stayed. I don't even know if he told them. I think he texted them like, we're leaving. And we left, went to the hospital, and I was starting to calm down. I didn't have another huge contraction like that. And then we got to the hospital. I told my doctor, I want you to tell me I'm at 6 centimeters or 7. I wanted to be at 7, and I was not. I was at 6. But from then on, it was really fast. We probably got to the hospital. It's hard for me to remember. It might have been more like 1 o'clock, maybe starting towards 2, because it was pretty fast once I got there again. Once I got there, my mom came to the birth. Everybody else was asleep this time, so it wasn't the whole big shebang. The party happened before. And yeah, I remember my mom having really delicious smelling coffee breath, thinking, oh man, what would I do for a cup of coffee right in the middle of labor? It's interesting the things that you remember. It was probably the best labor that I've had. And she was small. She was only 6'2". She came out with 1 push. I know, don't hate me. Please don't hate me, okay? It still hurts. It still hurts. But she was definitely the easiest one. She came out like she was on a slip and slide. And my doctor was like, that was amazing. So it was good. That was my best, easiest, I would say, labor, because it was easy for so long. The hard part was really fast. And I think that I feel like they're gonna be getting somewhat easier depending on the size of the baby. But yeah, and you guys, she's so beautiful. She was the prettiest newborn baby. Her face was shaped like a heart. She has these arched eyebrows. I don't know where she got her beauty from. She's so beautiful. And these little lips and but really her face was shaped like a heart when she was born. And she was so small and so dainty and delicate and feminine. My boys are like these swarthy boys right when they're born. But she was she's just lovely. And so that was her birth story. And it was just joyous. And it was Christmas time. And we went to the same hospital this time, and Santa came to visit us, which was hilarious. In the winter time, if I'm in the hospital, I like to bring my footy pajamas. And I was wearing my red ones for Christmas, and then Santa came and we got to take this great picture. Anything else? Oh, that was the first time we ever left the hospital early, because the next day was Christmas Eve. So we left Christmas Eve morning, and I went to our family Christmas party, which is this big party and a birthday party for my great aunt Natalie. Meglia and my great aunt Natalie are 99 years and 1 day apart, and we always celebrate my aunt Natalie's birthday party on Christmas Eve. And their names mean the same thing. So Meglia Noel is best birth, and my great aunt Natalie DeMelio her name means birth of the best. So that's kind of their special thing. But yeah, we were out of the hospital really quick, and I just sat in a corner and got to watch the Christmas party instead of being social butterfly. But yeah, it was good. It was good. It's a blessing. Oh, and the boys loved her. Oh, this is one thing. The boys loved her. Every time we would ask Owen, what are you gonna do when the baby's born? Owen would say, I'm gonna protect baby from Rai Rai. And we would say, why are you gonna protect baby from Rai Rai? What's he gonna do to her? And Owen would say, he's gonna eat her. And then when they came to the hospital, Rai Rai was so excited to see her. I thought he was going to eat her. He climbed up on the hospital bed like a ravenous wolf, and I was really concerned that he was actually going to eat her. But as soon as he got close, he gave her the most gentle kiss. Oh, it was so sweet. He did not eat her. He loved her. It's just amazing how all the relationships change. The whole family was softened when she came. Owen just became her protector. Rai Rai just became like her snuggle buddy. It was they're so sweet. I just love my babies. I love them. I love them. They're the best. So anyways, that was my third story. Next time I will do baby Luke's because he's here. He's here. Oh, I'm so ready for him. Yeah, so this is Emily for Help Me Mama. Thank you for watching.